This is a gut-wrenching novel that explores the moral dilemma of being a caretaker, because caring for an alien or disabled loved one is a selfless act, but it's not a victimless one. By prioritizing the well-being of another who has no potential for self-sustainability, you are placing these virtuous shackles upon your own hopes, health, and happiness. And that is exactly what is explored in the Norwegian novel The Birds by Tarjei Vesaas. The story follows a young intellectually disabled man named Mattis and his sister and caretaker Hege. And throughout the village, Mattis is known as Simple Simon, and it's this reputation of incompetency and his inability to find work that greatly diminish his self-confidence. Instead, he spends time out in nature, sometimes out on the lake, and these natural phenomena really spark his imagination, whether it's lightning, aspen trees, or this dazzling woodcock. On the other side of things, his sister Hege lies in anguish over the constraints, the burden, the stress of caretaking. That is, until Mattis one day rows across the lake this traveling lumberjack named Jorgen. And Jorgen quickly upends the balance of this long-standing bond of dependency between brother and sister, protector and the protected. What follows is a desperate plea and struggle to regain the undivided love and attention of his sister, with failure and loneliness looming on the outskirts like one of the many ominous storms referenced in the novel. Vesaas writes in a style that is terse but emotionally dense and rich, like that of William Faulkner or Toni Morrison. The story has this rich sensibility for grasping the distress of someone with mental disabilities, and you see that when you peer into the mental psyche of Mattis. He has these underdeveloped thoughts that are limited in speech, but you can recognize the wide spectrum of emotions that just appear to be stunted, and he even accidentally vocalizes some of these thoughts before they are fully formed. So on the surface, you get this simple, direct story that is incredibly sympathetic, entirely non-judgmental towards any of the characters and their decisions within the novel, but much deeper. I notice that this moral dilemma is being explored and uncovered, this timeless dilemma of what it is to sacrifice oneself for a loved one, whether it is a spouse, a family member, a friend, and the burden, the cost that comes with that, the restraints that one puts on oneself, or the opportunities and happiness that one gives up for the happiness, the health, the well-being, whatever it is, of this loved one. That, to me, is at least one of the key questions being explored in this novel. All in all, this is a book I've had on my radar for a while, and it absolutely delivered. I will surely be reading more of his novels down the road, and if you are looking for a more detailed breakdown and review of this novel, as always, you can find a link to that on my Substack.